from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. It's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. And they'll begin by running the option. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24 and 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. You know.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at
the numbers for him from a week ago. 14 carries, 83 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's taken in by Higgins. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Cardinals.
To throw is Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
11 on the play. And the Cardinals.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Here's Murray. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On the run, it's Robinson.
James Robinson.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 18 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the gun, Murray going to throw deep for the end zone. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick here is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first.
Jets, nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Robinson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Murray. And a quick throw here that's complete.
Pass. Complete to DeAndre Hopkins. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Murray from midfield, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. The 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A gain of 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Murray steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you. Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. Robinson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Jets 7.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold?
We can't have that.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run here with Robinson. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
4-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's
operating from the gun. Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins.
Murray's pass.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Murray now on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray, out to his left. And now he's going to use it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Sly on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for New York. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Murray on the keeper.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the 30.
Now a give right side. Robinson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on first down is Murray. Rolling to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Down at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Murray's pass.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that'll set him back 5. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. This has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
20, Jets 7.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Open man is Higgins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On third down, here's Taylor. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. They'll roll him out right. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start up in the Twin Cities. Minnesota hosting Detroit in the NFC North. And it's the Lions who are out in front as they play the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His guys have the lead as we head back up to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Godden. Brandon.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this carries into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34.
On second down, it's Robinson.
James Robinson, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Arizona.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Murray now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd down and goal. Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Murray going to throw. Now he'll pull it down. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
17-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for them.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Higbee, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. That time a 9-play drive, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by
trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
2nd and 9 now. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's second and 7 from the 9.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Again, it's Taylor. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 20.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. And anytime a receiver's over 100 yards like he is, maybe the D coordinator scratching his head a little bit. If you're the D coordinator, what are you doing? Whatever he's not doing?
That's the best way to put it, but you have to treat him like the hot shooter in basketball, the guy that's just not missing. You run enough people at him to make him give up the ball in basketball. In this case, you've got to cover him with enough people that they throw the ball to someone else and make them beat you.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of
another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the 28, it's second and 5. They'll try the left side. It's Robinson. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Cardinals on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Operating from the gun, Murray. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Murray. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Touchdown.
Kyler Murray, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Slide for the PAT.
For the point after.
He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
The pass.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On first down, Robinson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line.
12. First down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Murray. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good.
His kick is
And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Score Cardinals 38, Jets 21.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
At their own 24-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Back to throw again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And that will be incomplete. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that